As I said, I'm here by special and limited appearance.
Who do you think I think you are? What's that name?
I'm not my name. I'm a man, American national, non-resident alien. I have never been in the United States. I am living soul, hereby deny corporate existence and do not occupy any corporate capacity. I believe it's called star chambers in order to protect my publicity.
I think you're a little confused.
Oh, he's confused, all right. Or stupid. Or both. I'd say most sovereign citizens are a wacky combination of both. This guy is a sovcit on planet Washington, which tells me at least he comes by it honestly. Raymond here starts really strong and keeps on going. If you don't have a bingo by the first 5 minutes, you're not listening. He's going to try every argument, and when nothing works, he's going to invoke the Star Chamber defense. This one's wild. Let's roll, nerds.
All right, now back to Miss Wally. Sorry, sir, to confuse you. Your name?
You mind giving me just a minute here? I've just been rushed into here and I have not had access to any of the courts and any phone calls whatsoever. I just need about 10 more minutes if possible.
Okay, what's your name though?
Okay, I'm here by a special and a limited appearance as the man. And at this point in time, per the common law side of the court, I'd like to enter an order.
What do your friends call you?
Excuse me, do you mind letting me finish? I'd like to.
Well, I need to know who you are. I can't help you.
Okay.
Who do you think I think you are? Who do they put on documents that you don't agree with? What's that name?
As I said, I'm here by special and a limited appearance, and in accordance to the common law side of this court,
So, Ms. Gannam, did you have a chance to talk with the man I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Enter an order.
And the jail believes this is Raymond of the family Paulo.
Excuse me, I told you not to interfere, and you accepted that liability. As per FARA, Foreign Agent Registration Act, you do not have the right to represent me as a legal person because that would be a fraud upon the court.
Okay.
Per FARA,
Mr. Paulo or Ray or Raymond, how do you like me?
Particular attempts.
How would you like me to refer to you, sir? I can't just say, hey, you. How would you like me to refer to you?
Capacity as an interested party.
Is that what your friends call you? Your family call you? What do they call you?
What part of it did you not hear?
I'm still looking for a name.
Okay, well, I'm not my name. I'm a man standing on the land as a Washingtonian, American national, non-resident alien to the U.S., and I'm not doing any business whatsoever and or trade under the jurisdiction of the U.S. and or subcorporation. I have never been in the United States. That's the facts. And so per the common law, trespass is now being attempted at this point in time. And from the beginning, I want to address this in a particular manner in order to settle these differences so that there is no unlawful conversions of estate property.
Okay, I'm going to jump over to the prosecutor and ask them what they know. So, Mr. Sharp, has this person been identified?
Moment, please, Your Honor.
Okay, so is Mr. Sharp, do you have
Yes, Your Honor.
person last name?
One person at a time, sir. Let me hear from the prosecutor and then I'll turn back.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Paulo's identity was confirmed when he was trespassing and searched.
Slow down, sir. I just need to hear from one person at a time. I will come back to you. So please keep your peace while I listen to the prosecutor. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Your Honor, a search incident to arrest uncovered a Washington State ID card that confirmed his identity as Mr. Paulo.
Raymond Paulo with a date of birth, June 25, 69.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So,
a legal person or a dead entity or a corporation? So,
sir, are you telling me you don't want an attorney to represent you or what?
In fact, I wouldn't need any to represent me, especially under the 11th Amendment. This would be an unlawful proceeding due to the facts.
Well, all right. So you got a right to have a lawyer represent you because you're charged with a criminal offense by the city of Lacey.
Right.
And do you want Ms. Gannam, who's an attorney here in Washington, to assist you today?
Excuse me, I said I needed 10 minutes, and you were saying you were going to suggest something or another.
Well, I may give you 10 minutes, but we may see you tomorrow too. But I wonder, do you want an attorney to assist you?
Okay.
Do you want an attorney to assist you or not? I just need a yes or no there.
I'm hereby going to enter an order into the common law side of this court.
So I need a yes or no, sir. Do you want an attorney to assist you?
Exhaust my.
A yes or no answer, sir. Do you want an attorney to assist you? Can you answer yes or no to that? Do you want an attorney? Do you want an attorney?
I am an attorney, in fact, for the unincorporated
So you-
sovereign state. And with all due respect, the U.S. and all of your administrative law is not providing me any services due to the facts is that I'm ordering a stay on the common law side of this court in order to address my.
So you say you're an attorney. In fact, have you been allowed to practice law in the state of Washington by the Supreme Court of Washington?
No, I'm not a bar member. I'm not.
Okay.
Society. I'm a man.
Okay. All right. So do you want an attorney to help you?
I'm hereby entering an order on the common law side of this
Okay.
court in order to stay for these administrative hearings for me to exhaust all my administrative.
You got a few, I think you're a little confused and I think you got bad information. This is a criminal case, not an administrative hearing. It's a criminal case. You're charged with a crime called criminal trespass in the first degree. And it carries a maximum sentence of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And again, you have a right to have an attorney and a right to not testify against yourself if you go to trial or hearing. You have a right to be presumed innocent, and you cannot be found guilty unless the city of Lacey proves this against you to beyond a reasonable doubt, or if you pled guilty to it, that would be your choice. Again, you have the right to have an attorney assist you here. Anything? I'm still trying to get a question answered there. Do you want to answer that question or not?
Am I going to be able to answer without your interference? Because you keep cutting me off. That's not the sort of conduct that's necessary. It seems to be you're practicing law from the bench. I would appreciate if you refrain from such and let me speak for myself as a man, not a legal person or a legal entity or a corporation, which I've denied. And I'm going to show you the paper here on the affidavit. Statement of truth. I, man, living soul, hereby deny corporate existence and do not occupy any corporate capacity and or status whatsoever. I further state the above statement of facts are true, correct, and not misleading, and swear to each under the penalties of perjury per 28 U.S.C. 1746C. And there's my signature, Raymond Paulo, December 22nd. All rights reserved, not a sovcit, not pro ton.
Okay, Raymond Paulo, we finally established that. All right, got it. Do you want an attorney to help you?
Excuse me, per the common law, you are now trespassing. That's a common law trespass. Please. Are you a bar member? You have a conflict of interest. I would imagine you need to recuse yourself if you want to operate on that side of the court.
Well, you got a lot of mistakes there you're citing, and I'm trying to help clear it up for you. So
Opinions have nothing to do with me as a man because you don't have any jurisdiction. You don't have any authority.
What happens next, Mr. Paulo, who you say you are because you signed that document, it would be good for you to get that filed with the court at some point if you want us to review it more closely. But
you're still interfering with my abilities and you're misrepresenting and making statements on my behalf. You do not have the authority. I'm revoking, rescinding all signatures, power of attorney, and terminating. And I'd like the prosecutor to provide proof of his certificate of authority to administrate any claims against the unincorporated sovereign estate. And if he fails to, then I will accept his bar card and your.
Mr. Paulo, I'm not doing anything on your behalf as an attorney. I'm the judge here.
Okay, well,
and we're trying to get through an arraignment, and I've told you what you're charged with and what the maximum possible sentence is. You've gone through your rights, and some of those rights also are, if you were to go to motion or trial, you have the right to have the court order people to come testify on your behalf, and you have the right to question witnesses that may be brought by the city against you. So where we are is I'm still trying to figure out if you want an attorney, and you haven't asked me to appoint an attorney, but I can do that if you'd like.
So you're not able to basically act in accordance to the canons. So at this point in time, by special appearance and limited manner, I'm entering an order by special deposits to the foreign court in order to put a stay on the hearings in order for me to exhaust my administrative remedies.
Okay. So,
I hereby order the court to vacation any liens on the account and release the real property and personal property. I believe it's Standard Forms 9091 if they're still in effect.
yeah. So, Ms. Ganem, anything you want to add here?
Nothing additional, Your Honor. I was not able to get much information.
No, I told you you're not to be happy.
One person at a time, Mr. Paolo, please. Let me just hear from Ms. Ganem and then I'll turn back to you.
Raymond and family, Paulo, do not unlawfully convert the estate name.
All right,
Title, an unlawful conversion. This is identity theft. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to read your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do that you use in court of law. If you don't understand your rights, an attorney will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights? All bar members and those present in this particular hearing and on the common law side in which I'm standing.
So I'm going to turn to the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Sharp. What's the recommendation here on release conditions?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I see. I should make it clear probable cause was found the first.
I didn't get any discovery, so I don't know about those things. Those are all presumptions.
Well, city will just make a record that city has grave reservations about Mr. Paulo being allowed to represent himself.
Objection.
Statements he's
This is
made.
identity theft.
Mr. Paulo, stop interrupting and I'll get back to you. I'm going to hear from you next. So I suggest you listen and then you respond. Stop interrupting. We're going to have to, okay, I will come back to you.
Per the estate.
I will be coming back to you. So listen and then respond. So first off, we got to listen. So Mr. Sharp.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, the city has grave reservations it would like to express about Mr. Paulo being allowed to represent himself. And while he may have a right to do so, the statements he's made before the court today seem to suggest he either has multiple grave misunderstandings about the way the law works and the way the court proceeds, or is just unwilling to participate in the process in a functional way. Either way, it seems a grave injustice to not have a properly educated and trained attorney assisting him. However, I do recognize that he has that right should he choose to exercise it. City's requesting $250 bail on this case, law-abiding behavior. They do not have any contact with the Peak Credit Union. Your Honor, the street address for that is...
Is this in the United States?
Your Honor, that's 44s. 6th Avenue Southeast. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I've got the wrong report for the address here. Pardon me.
Made a mistake.
4540. That's 4540 6th Avenue Southeast. City's bail request is based on concerns over Mr. Paulo's ability or likelihood to reappear under Rule 3.2. The statements that he's made before the court today suggest that he's not likely to respond to the court's orders, given that he has rejected the court's authority over this matter. City believes without some bail, he would be likely to fly or at least fail to appear for future hearings.
So, Ms. Ganem, you say you haven't had a chance to talk with Mr. Paulo, for lack of a better name that I can use here. And I'd like to... it's been difficult for us to talk, obviously, too.
On my common law side of the court, definitely, if you're going to unlawfully convert and it suggests that we're running in a different manner, well, then I'm not participating in bad faith and with clean hands. I'm not participating in the unlawful conversions of the unincorporated estate property.
So,
that's
Ms.
land
Ganem,
included.
Yes.
You called down, or how did you? Were you on the phone, or was he not willing to talk with you, or?
I attempted to speak on the phone, and he has made it clear to me that he does not want me to speak on his behalf at all.
Stand down. You're in violation of FARA, Foreign Agent.
So nobody's in violation of anything here. I'm just asking questions, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I attempted to have a conversation with him, and he has not answered any of my questions that I asked him, and has made it clear that he does not want me to say one word on his behalf at this hearing.
Okay. And so, yeah, Mr. Sharp.
Given the statements made before the court here this afternoon, the city feels obligated to, well, I'll defer to the court on this, but would suggest considering the issue of competency. The statements have been consistently nonsensical and seem to suggest that Mr. Paulo may have an inability to understand the court proceedings. And without further information, we can't rule out that he's able to proceed competently. City would again defer to the court, but perhaps an evaluation's in order.
So I'm not convinced at this stage. I'm convinced that Mr. Paulo doesn't agree with the proceedings and doesn't agree with the state of the law in Washington. And that's fine. Problem is, it's still happening the way he doesn't agree. It's still the fact. And so, Mr. Paulo, I'm being asked to have you post bond or in order to be released, and then set another hearing and have you back to court if you are out of custody, or have another hearing anyway if you're in custody. Do you have anything to say about this request from the city, and also that you don't go back to that 4540 6th Avenue Southeast? It's a credit union, did you say?
The Peak Credit Union.
Peak Credit Union. So you have anything to say on that? I think somebody muted you, so we're going to need the help of corrections there and Lacey to unmute you.
Me?
You're back. So do you have any response to what the city wants me to do on release conditions?
As a man or a legal person?
Whatever way you want to respond.
No, as the statement that he's made to a man or a legal person, because I'm not a corporation, as the affidavit of statement of truth has now been entered into the public record. And after reading,
how do you want to respond?
As bar members, you have a conflict of interest, especially a judge. If you have a bar card, I've accepted your bar card and your oath of office and the attorneys. And if the attorney is not willing to provide the certificate of authority to bring a claim against my own estate, well, the facts remain is that's actually a common law.
So, sir, how do you feel about me ordering you not to go back to that credit union, the Peak Credit Union?
I'm sorry, are you speaking to a man or are you speaking to somebody else?
To you.
A man?
You're a physical human being in the Nisqually jail. I'm talking to you.
A man, yes or no? Are you speaking to a man?
You look like a man to me.
Okay, well, I know what I look like, but I've asked you directly, are you directing me to that question as a man? Not that I look like one, because I'm a man, I'm not a legal person, and I'm not a corporation.
Okay, to you, the man who's sitting in Nisqually jail.
Okay, and so
what do you say?
Identified as a legal person then?
What do you say?
I'm sorry, you're cutting out.
What would you like to tell me about what I should do about your custody status? Should I let you out? Should I not? Should I order you to stay away from Peak Credit Union? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I would like to request the judge's chambers in order to protect my privacy.
No, this is a public hearing. We're going to do this in public. So what's your response?
I believe it's called Star Chambers in order to protect my publicity. And
do you have a response to that question about release conditions or not?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's very echoey in here. So if you keep cutting me off, you're frustrating me for no reason other than it fears you're interfering. So if you could just respond slower and not cut me off because you're agitating me. As an American with disabilities, and I've been deprived for now 8 days of a hearing. So beyond the 48 hours, I don't know why we're even listening to this, because you failed to meet the mandatory obligations to bring any party to the courts, as you have fraudulently induced me to believe something when in fact fraud upon the court is evident and now part of the public record. So with that,
So, Mr. Paolo, what we're doing here is I'm entering a plea of not guilty to this allegation of criminal trespass in the first degree. I'm not appointing an attorney, as you've told me that you want no one to help you. You can change your mind about that, and we can appoint an attorney, and keep that in mind. I'm going to order that you don't go back to that Peak Credit Union where this is alleged to have occurred at 4540 6th Avenue Southeast in Lacey. Don't go back there, subject, and don't violate the law otherwise. I don't see a history of failing to appear in court for the last 20 some years, so I'm not going to have you post any bond, but I'm going to give you a court date to be back, and you're representing yourself unless you ask the court to appoint somebody or we think differently about that. But you've got to tell us if you want an attorney appointed. And what date?
okay, the issue at hand that I hear is that you're saying representing myself. I am myself as an attorney in fact. So the fact of the matter is if you misrepresent and misidentify the things I'm stating, these unlawful conversions create a cause of action, and under the common law, this is a trespass. So with all due respect, I'm willing to entertain on the private side, the common law side, if you guys refrain from forcing me to be subject to these unreasonable taxes in bad faith. I would not have anything to do with the county because I do not live in the United States. That being said, and the only place I've ever heard of is at the time which I went to the Lacey police in order to file a case against the party who wrote an $11,000 check. Her name is Sheila Connor. And I think
we're getting off track here. It's not about you anymore. So we're going to be back January 5th. You need to come to court. And if you don't, and there's no good reason, the court might issue a warrant for your arrest. But come to court. And if you want the court to appoint an attorney, we sure would do that. But stay away from Peak Credit Union. Stay out of trouble. Be back in district court January 5th. That's all for today.
Am I being
Knock on the door and they'll let you out.
Today. Can I confirm?
That's all for today. So long.
Excuse me?
So long. You can knock on the door there and they'll let you out and they'll release you from custody. We'll see you January 5th.
Okay. I want to continue.
I'm going to move on. Mr. Stashevsky, you've got a client in the corrections facility with you?